Hey everybody, welcome back to a new Severe Weather Center video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about Hurricane Beryl, which has broken many records for the month of June. I know it's now July, but this storm had formed back in June. But we're going to be talking about Hurricane Beryl here for most of the video. But right now, I just want to go over today's weather. So quickly starting off, we have two slight risks, one back up in Iowa and one extending from Oklahoma back into northern Kentucky in the into the northeast. General risk with this is damaging winds, large hail, and isolated tornadoes. Here's the tornado map. The only threat for tornadoes would be back up in here in parts of Kentucky, Indiana, and parts of Ohio near Columbus. Hail threats looking to be also for more of the storms up here in Iowa, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. And finally, the damaging wind threat will go for both areas, both up in the Midwest down into the Midwest into Northeast. And I'm gonna quickly bring up the radar. So let's go over to precipitation. Let's come over to here. So if you go ahead and run this ahead, you can see we'll have a lot of storms generally throughout this area. Kind of pop up, go down, pop up. Pulse storms is what they're called. But the greatest tornado threat for anything that's more than a pulse will be back up through here, where that 5% is outlined. More of a cluster of storms back up into Minnesota and Iowa, and those will prevailingly be for damaging winds up there. If we run this ahead further, you can see that really line right there begin to form. This will be for an existing damaging wind threat, isolated tornado or two, if it forms. But you see as the time goes on, this threat should distinguish throughout the time, and later today at around 11 p.m. this will cut out. This is actually old, I'm pretty sure. No, yeah, 11 p.m. at night. The thread over here will fully cut. The thread over here will fully cut out, and back in Oklahoma, near Arkansas and southern Missouri, that will be the main storm threat, and that will persist and bring not widespread, but a long line of storms that will generally kind of go this way. That shouldn't cause too much. Just some damaging winds, isolated large hail, and maybe a few tornadoes. And that should be gone by the morning. If not, there will be some persisting storms back up through here in more of Tennessee and Kentucky, and rain showers down in the south near Mississippi. General rain showers will also be present in Oklahoma at 10 a.m. Friday. So let's talk about Hurricane Beryl. So here is a satellite map of Hurricane Beryl. Let me zoom in so you guys can see it better. Here's a map. Here's Hurricane Beryl, or at least it has significantly weakened down since going past the island of Jamaica, and it's going to go straight towards the Yucatan Peninsula, and I'll show the full track here. It's going to go straight to the Yucatan Peninsula right here, and it will go past that and eventually go up towards Mexico and southern Texas. However, the chance of it turning, there's still time, but not a lot. And I'll show the track and map and the intensity categories and all of that here in a sec. But what main people are watching out for is after it crushes the Yucatan Peninsula, will it re-strengthen when it hits the much warmer areas of the Gulf of Mexico? Will it strengthen? Or will it just continue to weaken down as it tracks this way? So will it do that, or will it unweaken? So here's the track here. This is the entire track right here. Let me just fix this. All right, so here's the track right here, and here's it at 5 p.m. Thursday right here. You can see it's going to go straight up here, and this actually has it re-intensifying as it's out over the ocean. You see represented by this H, that means hurricane, and that basically means that as it's a tropical storm, as it's out after hitting the Yucatan, they're predicting it's going to re-strengthen here and likely hit the Mexican Texas border right there. Now, how strong will this be? Again, too early to tell. However, we can see that we don't really know where it goes. So we have a good idea that's going to kind of curve. It's definitely going to curve up, as there's a bunch of shear over here that's preventing it from really turning. Well, it'll turn like that once it's on land, but there's still shear blocking it from really kind of like turning up earlier than expected or going like that. There's too much shear. So we know it's going to go this way, but how intense will it be? Well, the spaghetti models, which is a model that you look at, the intensity guide. So this shows the current status, which is high-end Cat 2, low-end Cat 3. Most models right now projecting it weakening off. See, they go all the way down to nothing. The TS is Tropical Storm, and then Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 3. The models don't really have it going higher than a Cat 3, which is great. Which it won't. But few models are beginning to predict that it may do something like this. And the purple models are perfect. This model right here. This has a perfect representation of what I would mean. When it hits Yucatan, it will weaken down to a tropical storm, but when it goes back over those warm oceans, it will intensify until it hits the Mexico-Texas border and eventually just drop. Which, if that's true, then that model will be right. But this is a collection of models, but you can see where the general kind of look is. It's going to just straight weaken from here. It's not going to get any stronger. It's not going to get any weaker. It's just going to straight downhill from there. And then if we go ahead and take a look at the projection models right here, you can see this is even more of a higher risk. Again, do not use this map to make official info. This is just a projection. This is just a idea of what could happen. And you can see it takes it straight. It's straight through the Yucatan Peninsula. I'm sorry. It takes it straight through there. And a lot of the models have it going straight towards the Mexico-Texas border right here. And then from there, it'll probably turn up this way, maybe this way. But few models are predicting it could take a hard left turn and go through Mexico right here and go out to sea that way. But what's likely going to happen is it's going to go in this direction, in the black box. It's going to go straight this way to the Texas and Mexico border. It's obviously most likely going to do that. But how intense will it be? That's the current question. We don't know. Here's the GFS ensemble. This is a kind of mix of all models together, and the millibar pressure. Millibar is based on how strong it'll be, and we can see a good look. We can get a general overview here of where it's gonna go, at least out through the ocean. You can kind of see where it's gonna go. The general direction is most models are agreeing that it is gonna hit back the United States, more down towards Mexico, but it still is going to hit the United States. However, the pressure is how you tell if it's strong. So 995 it's strong, but it's not intensely strong. And there's colors that go for that. Blue, the 1010 would be a blue, which would be just like it'd be weakening basically. However, you can see it goes 995, 990, so it's weakening. It gets really weak here, but see it drops again back down to a 990, which 999 millibar. And that would signal an intensification. That means it would be going down the color scale. That does signal intensification, and it lasts that until it would presumably make landfall. Which, now, is that going to hold true as they update? Who knows? But here, I'll show the... So this is it. But yeah, so this was the latest run here. So, yeah. That's what it's projected to do. This is a way shorter video. But that's what it's projected to do. This is the current storm right now. Hurricane warnings were issued for the Yucatan Peninsula. I'm pretty sure through this area. It obviously seek official info. This is just to warn people out ahead of this. So past the Yucatan Peninsula, like down in the Texas-Mexico border region down there. But yeah, so that's all I have for you guys today. If you would not mind liking and subscribing, that would help me great. Not only does it help me get this information out, it also can put me in the right algorithm for people to see that want to see this type of content. So again, if you don't mind subscribing, that'll be great. Otherwise, I will see everybody in the next video. Goodbye.